What's up, guys? It's Craft here with another video for you guys. Now, I know I haven't really been uploading much recently, more or less been very active on YouTube to begin with. But I figured I would just upload something because like I just should. So I was watching I was watching some gameplay, and I finally thought about something, and I came to a decision. Why is purple guy purple? So if you've seen the newest patch by Scott added to the game, it includes some cool new cutscenes. Scott said that this new update is not canon, but I think otherwise. So today's FNAF theory topic is, why is the purple man purple, okay? Now, I know that's kind of an odd question. I don't know if some people have asked it, maybe a lot of people have asked it, I don't know. I haven't been very involved with FNAF recently, because all my favorite FNAF channels aren't really uploading FNAF stuff. They're doing, like, other games, like those nights at Rachel's, or The Return to Freddy's. They haven't really been doing real 5 Nights at Freddy's stuff until recently. So there's a new animatronics, like Bonnet and Kendo, which I think I can easily explain their appearance. My guess is that they were just like old animatronics back in storage. You may have remembered from the booking list we had, there was ANM05. My theory is that could have been one of those two, because we already know, like, everyone has Osprey that Enard was a completely separate animatronic. I disagree. So maybe that could be Kendo, maybe that could be Bonnet. I don't know who that could be. Maybe it could just be, maybe there could be an ANM06, ANM07, I have no idea. But, I mean, that's possible. That's very much possible. And I think that actually might hold a bit of truth. So, on to my theory for the day. So, we kind of implied that we already know that in the game we play as William Afton. Now, I'm going to build on that a little bit, and I'm going to kind of go crazy here, and I'm going to kind of go on a limb here and say that Afton became purple. Literally, he actually became purple, and here's how. So we know that Enard kind of, like, took everything out of his body, and it kind of became a suit for Enard. And we saw that in the cutscene at the very end of the fake ending. We remember seeing Enard looking, I'm just gonna call him Williard now. No, I'm just gonna call him Williard now. We saw Williard looking at himself in the mirror, checking himself out, and then the next few days we see him just, walking along, chilling out with the purple eyes, because, I mean, yeah. And then, just walking down, being nice and cool. Really just sort of doing this thing, living life. And I don't know really what there is to it. His slave begins to worsen each day, and my theory is that the reason his skin turned purple is because maybe there were purple components in the animatronics that really began to show, or maybe skin irritation, because like all those pieces in the animatronics could have started to like budge up against his skin. So like they could start budging up against his skin, causing the skin to slowly get irritated and turn purple. Okay, that just really does not paint a good head in my picture. Alright, guys. But basically, my theory is that basically, in that case, if you think about it, if Enard becomes William Afton, then in that case, William Afton's son is killed by... So basically, this means that William Afton would later go on, after this happened, he would later go on to become an employee at Fredbear's Family Diner, which pretty much confirms that Circus Baby's Pizza World takes place prior to the events of Fredbear's Family Diner, which makes no sense, actually, because they say the unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. That's what Hand Unit says. So my guess is that, like, it took place... And now, taking that into consideration, my guess is that it took place basically during the original Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, after Fredbear's Family Diner. Purple Guy would later go on to work at the original Freddy Fazbear's Pizza without Bonnie before the Bite of 87. So the Bite of 87 happens, and then after that, Springtrap is locked away, and there's all this panic and commotion. and we know this holds some truth because we can see him getting one of the people ready in the background in FNAF 4. And as we know, a few months later, I don't know what the time is, but a little while later, we know that his son dies due to severe brain damage, and we know that after that, he gets so enraged that the missing children incident occurs, which basically means that Enard was the killer in the missing children incident. So this pretty much confirms that the killer was not William Afton, and that it was really Enard. It was really Williard, if you think about it. It's technically Williard, or Enard, or whatever you want to call him. It's technically Enard, to say it in the best way possible, Enard in William Afton's body, if you really want to think about it like that. So this pretty much changes everything in FNAF. This pretty much would make sense why we saw Afton to go on to destroy the other animatronics, because as we know at the very end, we see Enard jump out of the body and then hide in a little sewer. So then maybe the reason that but then the weird part is that, like, it was standing up, so maybe components of Enard stayed in the body as like permanent wreckage, you know? So like he could still kind of stand up and move around, so then he could have infected another body in a sense, and then go on to destroy the other animatronics in the FNAF 3 cutscene, and then he will have, in a sense, if you think about it, he will have attacked these other animatronics and inhabited their bodies. Then when he goes on to hide in the safe room, he discovers Springtrap. He's being cornered by the souls that he killed, and they want revenge. So he's trapped inside the spring lock suit, and he begins to shake, which causes the spring locks to come uneven, which collapses in and crushes him to death. But this is interesting because, as we know later on, he comes back as a ghost to permanently inhabit Springtrap's body for the rest of eternity, as we know, which makes like the order. This basically kind of shakes up the order of all the games if you think about it. So then we know that William Afton is the one attacking you. We know that William Afton, in a sense, is the one who's attacking you, the player in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. We know he's attacking you. So in theory, if you think about it, it's not Springtrap. It's not the purple guy. It's not his fault. It's Enard who's attacking you. If you really want to think about it like that, it's Enard who's attacking you. It's theoretically Enard who's attacking you. Okay, like, I know I sound completely crazy, but it's technically Enard who's attacking you in FNAF 3. And my theory is that during that bridge of time, while Enard is sort of laying dormant between the events of FNAF 1 and FNAF 2, between the events of FNAF 2 and FNAF 1, my theory is that Enard is the one who really gave the animatronics life to begin with. He's the one who gave the puppet, who, as we know, is the ghost of his child, it's the ghost of another child, not his child, to, in theory, have the capability of doing all these things, causing all these animatronics to become powerful, you know, giving the children life inside the animatronic suits, causing all the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 1. He's the one who caused the animatronics to do what they do. He's the one who caused all of it, if you think about it. So in theory, if you really went to back this up, Enard caused Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, I'm sorry if I sound too fanboyish here, but if you really want to think about it, if you really put your mind to it, Enard caused Five Nights at Freddy's. No. The sister location is the predecessor to all the FNAF games, if you really want to think about it like that. It's the predecessor to all the games. It's the fire for the spark. It's the fire for the firework. It's the fire to ignite the bomb. It's what started everything. It all started with William Afton. And again, I just realized I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. I don't know if I'm going off on a tangent. I just feel like I am. But again, I just feel like I just sound too fanboyish, but I'm being serious. If you really want to think about it that way. And art caused Five Nights at Freddy's. No. Baby Ballora, the Biddy Babs, Funtime Foxy, and Funtime Freddy, they caused Five Nights at Freddy's to begin with, if you really think about it. Now, if you find any gaps in what I'm thinking, tell me immediately, and I will update the video ASAP. But this is just huge. Like, I cannot get my mind around this. Like, I'm just spitting these words out. I didn't have a script to stick to with this. These are just words coming out of my mouth. So I am literally amazed now that I'm thinking about this. So I hope you guys are too. And really, this changes everything. This really changes everything. If you really think about it, this changes everything. So make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to stay tuned for more Five Nights at Freddy's theories.